Assalamualaikum sir. Sir जी ऑफिस आखनु मानिस में लाने सौ दाते सेंट को मंजना
Clever player, good striker. Can they get another 40 Pakistan? 350. Doesn't matter how good you are. Number one team in the world, been an incredible run of form to chase 350. That's never easy.
Well, they haven't played like the number one team in the world.
Sarfraz Ahmed's 50 came off his 40th ball with those 4 overthrows. That counts as his 5th boundary. It's his 13th score of 50 or more in ODI cricket, 2 of which he's converted into hundreds against England. He has 100.
How good you are.
Just
number one team in the world, been an incredible run of form.
99.
So 311 for 5. One ball into the 47th over. It'll be a delayed interval. It should have been should be starting now actually. So Morgan might be in trouble again for a slow over rate. 311 for 5. In goes Wood, and he's there now, and he bowls very full. And the first ball, the Shoaib is clipped away out to deep square leg. Root throws the ball in on the bounce to Butler.
That's how you explain to a new cricket fan that a team can play on this pitch. Just 3 days ago and get bowled out for 105, and then 3 days later 312. Never easy. With 22 balls remaining.
I could think of something really. So 311 for 5. One ball.
Pakistan.
It's a funny old game.
The other Pakistan arrived today.
Well, they did. They did. 312 for 5. Here's Wood. Bowling to Sarfraz, who steps away to run that down to third man, going for a quick single.
Hold on to it.
They're going to get there, and Rashid deciding, probably rightly, not to throw the ball around.
Sarfraz was disappointed with that, because Rashid is there for that kind of shot, but there's plenty of space beside him on the right and the left to just kind of glide it down to that vacant space.
Just an example of what I was talking about though. There was that Stokes over where he had 3 men out on the leg side. It was when I just handed over actually to Charles, and there was a deep fine leg, deep square leg, deep mid wicket, mid on up. So he bowls full, he gets hit over mid on. So they then bring the man up, drop mid on back, and he bowls short and gets pulled for 4. I just don't understand the logic. There's another one down a short third man, and again they're just going to take the run. As Rashid again really only has the choice of hurling at the stumps and giving away an overthrow. So nicely played once more. It was just kind of the logic was just very confused. 314 for 5. I know there's a lot of bluff and double bluff involved these days, I get that, but it's rather summed up the day for me. 314 for 5. Wood on his way to Sarfaraz on 52. He's played so well, he hits this down the ground firmly, and it'll be Stokes coming in off the boundary below us, just to our right here, who fields that on the first bounce. One more to Sarfaraz, 53 from 42 balls, Pakistani captain, who would like to have bowled first today, he said at 10 o'clock. I'm not so sure now.
No, I can understand. On a few occasions in the game at Cardiff, New Zealand versus Sri Lanka, that looked a bit green, and Faf got it wrong yesterday.
Wood over the wicket, bowls short of a length as Shoaib turns him away into the leg side. They try and get 2 here if they can. 3 fielders coming in, and they're going to make it as well. It's perfect.
I just wonder, because if teams will re-evaluate what they're going to do at tosses, because these pitches are dry.
That's the end of Mark Wood, by the way. 2 for 53 from 10 overs, brought into the side today in place of Liam Plunkett, and he bowled at a good pace and has picked up those couple of wickets. Mohammad Hafiz for 84 and Asif Ali for 14.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see as the tournament progresses whether teams start to bat first and try and make full use of the. I don't think the pitches are ever going to be as such where it zips and moves and swings all over the place. I think underneath anything that you see, saw the oval that first game, I thought that was a good toss to have won. But it did a little bit, and England played smart cricket to get to 311 and then defended it. Bangladesh defended yesterday. Now, if England chase down this easy in 40, you say no, always ball first.
Into the leg side, they try and get 2 here if they can. 3 fielders come overs to go. Chris Wokes hasn't had the best of days out there. 6 overs, no wicket for 50. And he's coming on now to bowl the 48th over, and he's bowling to Sarfaraz. It's full, driven away down the ground, a clubbing sort of a drive. They'll try and get 2. Shoaib setting off, the throw comes in, and I think he's made it. He has. Although the throw wasn't bad, it came in on the bounce. It might just have stopped a bit because the outfield's a little bit soft.
Yeah, I just wonder if Jason Roy could have seen that Sarfaraz was struggling and could have thrown it to the keeper's end. I mean, it's a long throw, but see Ben Stokes do that kind of thing regular from long on. He flings it to the keeper's end.
Shoaib didn't even look, he just turned and ran for that second, going for the non-striker's end. Wokes again, bowls short. Oh, Sarfaraz should be caught here. Surely someone's going to catch this. Wokes comes through and takes it himself. Slower ball, and it completely deceives Sarfaraz, who is setting himself for a big hit. But that ends a very good innings by Pakistan's captain. Really has played well. 55 from 44 balls. A lot of giving himself room, stepping away to the leg side, freeing his arms at that one. Well bowled by Wokes, completely deceived him, and he just spooned the ball in the air for Wokes to take the catch. So 2 relatively new batsmen they'll be at the crease end. Good news from England's perspectives, but they'll keep coming in and playing shots, I imagine. And Sarfaraz departs a very good 55.
Well, I've sent out there Wahab Riaz. He does like to whack the ball. Yeah, he can hit a long ball.
He played well the other day here. Actually, one of only 4 who got double figures against the West Indies. Different story today. 319 for 6 in the 48th over.
Yeah, looking at 16 balls remaining for Pakistan. Can England reduce Pakistan to 335? I think they'd take that from this position. What you don't want is a little cameo, someone to come in like Wahab Riaz and get 50.
day for England today at all. Pakistan have obviously bounced back extremely well, but there was a bad misfield in the first over of the match by Morgan. The ball went for 4, and I remember him pounding the ground with his fists, and I'm afraid has rather set the standard today for England in the field. They haven't bowled well and fielded well, dropped catches.
Despite that, there has been a niche fielding record set by Chris Wokes.
Okay, we'll have that in a second. In goes Archer to bowl the penultimate over. The first ball's tucked away down to mid-on, coming in briefly. Stokes coming in great at the edge of the circle now, throws up at the far end and dive, and he's in. Full length he was there, Hassan, and very well run too, because we know Trent Bridge isn't a big ground.
Yeah, but what I'm surprised with Hassan Ali, he almost delays himself going for the second, so surely at this stage you're just going, aren't you? You don't even have to consider a thought process, you're just getting in and out.
32 runs off the last 3.1 overs. They have lost 3 wickets in that time, but they rattled along. 329 for 7. Hassan on strike. Archer bowls to just pushed away off the bottom of the bat out to cover.
4 catches for Chris Wokes today. He's the first non-wicket keeper to take 4 catches in a one-day international for England.
Ever?
Yep.
Any one day.
Is that right?
Yep. It's the third time an England field has taken 3 catches, but the first taking 4.
Just every now and then you just surprise us, Andy. Thank you. It is only every now and then. 330 for 7. In goes Archer again. Bowls a slower ball, well bowled straight through Shoaib Malik there, who's lining up something hostile. Pace taken off 72, I think it's at their miles per hour. Third man up. Well, there are 2 third men. So one's a deep slip, really. Quite an unusual position, that. Third man behind him. Fine leg is up. Archer bowls again, running his wrist over that, and that man actually almost taking a catch there. As that goes down to third man, another fumble, but he recovers.
Should have gone for 2 there. Yeah, Malik needed to keep the strike.
They'd have got it as well, I think. 331 for 7.
The last few hours have been pretty good by England.
Archer's got 2 balls left. Hassan's on strike. It's 331 for 7. Archer runs in smoothly, very easily, bowls a short ball outside the off stump that Hassan might have got something on. Actually, he was always trying to do it, and then maybe hit into the leg side, but he missed it anyway. Another change of pace from Archer. 331 for 7. Archer no wicket for 73. With a ball to go, and then looking to see who's loosening up, whether they keep Wokes going, because he is loose. So he's not had a good day. I can't see Stokes going through much of a warm-up routine. 331 for 7. Then goes Archer. His last ball is smashed for 6 over long off. What a shot that was! As it lent back, it was up there and has come flying off the middle of the bat. Spread over Wokes' head. The ball's come back for him. He's going to come and bowl the last over. Excellent shot. Another slower ball. This is why the that short third man I was telling you about, and fine leg being up, it rather does suggest that virtually everything at Archer bowls will be the slower finger type delivery.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that delivery though. I guess when you think the ball before was a short, sharp bounce, he didn't get anywhere near it. The Yorker just at the start, second ball of the over, only went for 1, and he was going to get him out with that ball. Hit it straight down mid-off. Well, it's gone straight over the top. 337. Pakistan, I was thinking 13 off this last over, get to 350. Good hand speed, Hassan Ali. No wonder he's coming ahead of Shadab Khan. That's why.
I think he's answered that question. Archer, 10 overs, no maidens for 79 runs. Expensive today. But then England generally have been well below their best. They've been so disciplined. Has largely been lacking today. It's the start of the last over. Wokes has bowled 7 overs for 60. Has taken 2 wickets and taken 4 catches, as we know. And here he comes, and that's hit high again. He could take a 5th catch. He's not going to get there though. Somebody else will come in from cover and takes the catch. Clutching on, it's Morgan. That was up there a long time. And so it's the end of Shoaib for 8. Caught by Morgan, coming in from cover.
It's a good catch. It went high and the wind was blowing across the ground as we looked from right to left. When it first went in the air, Morgan was on the 30-yard circle. I think he thought it was going to come straight to him and he had to run 10 yards because of the wind. It blew it back towards the pitch. Good catch by the captain. Shadab Khan, he's joined us. He's number 10.
He's got 5 balls to go. So look at the time. It's 17 minutes after the supposed end of the innings. I think the match ref might have a word about this. It's Jeff Crow. Anyway, for now, I think I want to get through this over and go and think about their run chase. Hassan Ali's on strike. Wokes comes in, bowls to him and hits him. A short ball, hit him somewhere on the body. And it's fielded down at third man. There's no signal from the umpire there. Where'd that come off then? He went for the pull shot.
Come off the helmet.
Well, it was helmet, but I didn't see a leg by.
Came off the shoulder, straight onto the helmet.
Yeah.
Maybe thought he'd come off the glove.
I think he did.
Gave him a run.
Sokran Shadab can make a name for himself here. There's 4 balls to go. 3:38 for 8. Wokes bounces in. He's there and he bowls short. And he's going to get 4. Another short ball. Another boundary.
Yeah, I think that's unfortunate, I guess, when you've got your 4 fields on the onside like Chris Wokes has. He bowls a slow ball bouncer, so he's bowling to his field and just gets a bit of fortune. Shadab Khan, top edge over Josh Butler.
Feels like it's that sort of day for England today, if I'm honest.
It does.
3:42 for 8. Wokes again, over the wicket, moves in, bowls to Shadab, who hits that down the ground to mid on them. They'll surely get for the second here, he's got to come in. No, they don't. He was a bit tighter there, got in very quickly. Oh, they've got an overthrow. That was a throw to Wokes, who went to stop it one-handed and didn't take it cleanly, and there's another run. Needlessly given away.
Yeah, it has got that feel, hasn't it?
It has got that feel. The wheels are just loosening a bit here, and England have got to pull themselves together.
Yeah, they've almost got to forget what's gone in the field and get themselves back in the dressing room. So right, forget that.
Yeah.
Got to get the bat in hand. Can't affect the batting.
Shadab's on 6. Here comes Wokes. Bowls to him, and it's hit hard back at Wokes, who fields that one-handed. Supposed to get the blame for that one there because it wasn't a great throw. It came in almost on the half volley from Roy. But you've got to get something behind it. 3:44 for 8. Here's the last ball of the innings.
Just that 5% in the field where you've just got to be on it all the time in this era, in any era, but you've really got to make sure that your mind's always switched on. It just looks to me like England have switched off at key periods today.
3:44 for 8. Well, Shadab can still get the 350 up if he hits this for 6. Here comes Wokes, bowls to him, hits it straight down the ground. A great howl from Pakistan supporters. It's gone for 4. What a performance by Pakistan when you consider the absolute shambles they produced here against the West Indies. They've put England, I must say, to the sword here. England really have not fielded well, they haven't bowled well, and they have a lot to do if they are going to win this game. Shadab 10 not out, Hassan Ali 10 not out. And that's just looking at the body language there of England walking off. I'm afraid they know that wasn't anywhere near what they're capable of producing. And Owen Morgan looking tight-lipped as he walks off. There's not many high fives around. There's a sort of the obligatory sort of little tapping of hands as people walk off, but not much celebratory about that. And Morgan leads his players from the field. Michael, that wasn't great.
No, England have had an off day in the field. You know, they really have. It's not really been anything like the England side that we've seen over the last few weeks. The positive that they have to take, if they knock this off, it'll be a message sent. Now this is gone, fielding's gone, bowling's gone, weren't at the best at all. Pakistan brilliant. That opening partnership was the key. After being bowled out for 105, they had to come out and get some positive early, and Fakhar Zaman and Imran ul Haq did that. Hafiz was really the star. He came out and played